Hey guys, I am going to go ahead and do the Surreal Eye example for you. You are going to start out with a 9 by 12 piece of tag board. It can be white or manila, preferably light color. And you want your eye to fill up the majority of the page. If you go into your kit pack, there should be a couple of pages left we haven't used. And one of them has several different eyes on them, stepping you through an eye. So if that handout is helpful to you, that's great. The first thing you want to keep in mind when you are drawing an eye is that it is not... Sorry, my husband's making me laugh. It is not a football. It is an almond shape or a little more of an irregular shape. So I'm going to go ahead and create the upper arch of the eye, the kind of little almond dip right there, and the lower arch of the eye. I have to confess that I'm not actually looking at anything right now, and I should be because I'm doing this demo at home, but that's the gist. I then want you to put in the top lid of the eye, which is a line that runs above it. You may or may not have room for the brow on the paper. It depends how big you create this eye. You are then going to draw in the iris, which is the colored part of the eye. And inside of the iris is the pupil. I don't care if you want to trace something round for the pupil. I happen to have a can sitting right here of sparkling water. So I'm going to put the pupil in that way. I do not want to forget that the pupil should always have some highlights in it. I'm also going to add the tear duct. This upper line of the eye, no matter what material you use, always kind of gets thickened. That is what the lashes are going to come out of because that's the front of the eyelid. And the lashes start a little bit over from the inside of the eye, and they're like little swooshy check marks. They do not go straight up. They curve out with a flick of the wrist like a little check mark. Okay, if you want to darken some of them towards the bottom of the lash and make them look a little bit chunkier, you can do that. No fake eyelashes. I'm going to draw what I call a no-no eye on another piece of paper right now, just so you can see it. All right? This is, you do not do this. Football. Round thing that you can see the whole thing, and then straight up and down eyelashes. Those are 3 no-nos. That's a no-no eye. No football. No whole iris showing. No straight up and down eyelashes. Okay? Instead, you have the arch of the eye, the lower arch. You have part of the iris that is cut off because that's hidden by the lid. You have the upper line of the lid, and then you have your eyelashes coming out at an angle from starting in from about a quarter or a third of the eye. Okay, so that is that. Now if you want to do something fancy at this point to give a little bit of a 3D effect and to give you more choices with mixed media, you can actually puncture in to the inside of the iris and the pupil, and I am now cutting out the round circular part, and I'll show you what I'm going to do. You can also use an X-Acto knife for this if you would like. That probably would have been easier to see on the demo, but whatever. We are going to extract the iris from this piece of paper. The iris and the pupil. So now you can see through this, okay? Here I am. Please make a nice cut. And then I am going to put 2 papers behind it. One that is cut slightly smaller than the other. And if you need me to cut these 2 to size, you can. And I'm actually going to put these both underneath here. Line them up. And I'm going to trace that space 2 times. 1. And I'll mark where this lines up. And I'm going to trace that again. Now, I will tape this one to the back, and I will make it so that this one can slide in, so that if I want to change my iris by sliding this in and out, I can actually change the iris. Now, you don't have to get this fancy with it if you do not want to. You do not have to, okay? I don't know where my roll of tape is right here. I am randomly going to use just some tape that I have at home here. I'm going to put this on the back. You have to really align these things and make sure they line up if you want an eyeball that will change. So I'm just taping that down to the back. All right, so now this is ready to be shaded like a normal eye. I do not have drawing pencils here at home. Hey, Ira. What? Do you see any of my drawing pencils in with your pencils on your desk?
Check.
Wish I did. But I'm going to go ahead and show you how to shade this eye. Huh?
We only have this pencil on our desk.
Oh, well, actually, that might work better. I only have number 2 pencils, but please use your drawing pencils at home. Yes?
Can I get on how to draw?
Maybe. I'm doing a demo for my students right now. If you want to do how to draw, could you do it at your desk? I'll be done before too long. Huh? I'm not going to be done for a little bit because I'm going to... Oh, I forgot to put the pupil in this one. My bad.
Then put it in now.
I'm going to. See?
And then can you leave that cup here for a little while?
This one? Do you want to use it to trace? Sure.
I might need it on how to draw.
You might. Well, why don't you go get how to draw and do it. Okay, so what you guys will need to do is push hard on the edge of the pupil and then fade it out as you get towards the iris. So it goes darker to lighter. Okay, I'll help you in a little bit, honey. I just need to finish this. So dark to light. Dark out to the outer edge to light. Okay, all the way around the eye. If you want to do some texture inside on top of that shading, you can. Remember that this is a ball, so even in the white of the eye, there is a little bit of shadow. Shadow. Okay. And there's also some value in the corner of the eye. And then the pupil is totally jet black. So you want to add value there. Okay. Up above your eye, this eyelid is lighter and then darker and lighter again, like a tube. The eyelashes can get darkened, and again, you can thicken them if you wish. And again, I wish I had drawing pencils and was at school to make this perfect, but I'm going to shade the eye in pencil. Okay, so I'm going to shade this eye completely in pencil. And you can look up a ton of examples for where the values should go and try to match the values and make this eye as realistic as possible. Then I am going to decorate this in a totally surreal way. Maybe I'll put buildings on it or animals on it or crazy colors on it or whatever. And I can slide this then in and out of this back area, completely changing what the pupil of my eye looks like. So I get a 2-in-1 on this project, okay? So I will actually show you guys a separate video of this finished product. Now, if you don't want to do the sliding element where you slide a cool pupil in there, okay, into that 2-layer eye that you made, and you just want to design a surreal eye on one flat piece of paper, that is absolutely your choice. You can use pencil, colored pencil, any material we've used this semester to do this eye. All right, email me with questions.